Hi students, hope you all are well. So today we are again here for your lectures of business studies. In our previous lecture, we had discussed about the forms of business organizations, in which we had discussed in details about sole tradership and joint Hindu family business, that is a Hindu undivided family business. And now today we are to discuss with next form of business organization, that is partnership. So be prepared with your notebook and your pen, and if anything important is there, please note it down. So first of all, what do we mean by partnership? Partnership is basically a form of business organization in which two or more than two persons agree to carry on a lawful, that is legal business, that is partnership. वेरी सिंपल टर्म्स, ये बिजनेस का वो रूप है जिसे दो या दो से ज्यादा लोग मिलकर चलाते हैं और बिजनेस लीगल होना चाहिए. इन इंडिया, पार्टनरशिप इज गवर्न्ड बाय इंडियन पार्टनरशिप एक्ट 1932. इन सोल प्रोप्राइटरशिप, दैट वाज नॉट गवर्न्ड बाय एनी एक्ट, बट as far as partnership is concerned, it is governed by Indian Partnership Act 1932. So according to that act, the definition of partnership is that partnership is the relation between persons who have agreed to share the profit of the business carried on by all or any one of them acting for all. Then that means it is a relation between two or more persons which are running their business, and this business may be run any one of them who is representing all other members, all other partners, or may be run by all partners. So basically, the demerits of sole proprietorship and Hindu undivided family business has given birth to the partnership. So partnership is there, that is also termed as an extension of sole proprietorship. So now, as usually, we have to start with the features of partnership. What are the characteristics of partnership with which we can know in details about this form of business organization? First of all, first feature is formation, that is its establishment. Partnership is governed, as we had discussed earlier now, by the Indian Partnership Act 1932. It comes into existence through a legal agreement among the partners, in which all the conditions and terms are written thereon. And as far as this feature is concerned, one point should be noted down, that the business must be legal, that is lawful, and should be run with profit motive, with the objective of earning profit. If two people will work together but not for earning profit, for charitable purposes, then it will not constitute a partnership. So for partnership, objective of profit should be there. Next feature is liability. The partners of a firm have unlimited liability, means their personal assets may be used to pay off their debts, that is debts of the business, in case when business assets are not enough, then they have to pay those debts from their personal properties. Next is risk bearing. Risk bearing means loss sharing, we can say. The partners bear the risk which is involved in running of any business organization. They have to bear it as a team. And the reward for risk bearing is profits, which is also shared by the partners. That is in specified ratio, that is equal or any format. However, in event of losses, when there are losses, they also share the losses in the same ratio. Then that means if they are distributing the profits, they are also bearing the losses in that same ratio. Next is decision making and control. In partnership, partners share responsibilities of taking decisions and controlling routine activities. These decisions generally are taken with mutual consent. आपस में मिलजुल कर वही decisions लेते हैं. That's why the activities are managed through the joint efforts of all the partners. Next is continuity. Partnership gets automatically dissolved. खत्म हो जाती. It comes to end in case of death, retirement, insanity. पागलपन या दिवालिया होने पर किसी दूसरे पार्टनर के, अगर दो पार्टनर्स हैं तो वो पार्टनरशिप अपने आप खत्म हो जाती है. However, if remaining partners, अगर दो से ज्यादा पार्टनर्स हैं तो ऐसे केस में भी पार्टनरशिप खत्म होती है. लेकिन अगर वो चाहते हैं कंटिन्यू करना, then they may do it on the basis of a new agreement. As far as membership in partnership is concerned, so minimum 2 members should be there to form this form of business organization. And according to Partnership Act, maximum number of partners are 50, but according to Companies Act 2013, it should not exceed with 100. And next last feature is mutual agency. According to Indian Partnership Act 1932, this business is carried on by all or any one of the partner, as we had discussed in the definition. It means every partner acts in the capacity of an agent as well as a principal. When one partner is working to represent the firm, to represent their business, he is working as agent. And he is also as the main member partner, that's why he is also treated as principal. So as an agent, he represents other partners and thereby binds them, that is other partners, through their acts. And as a principal, he is bound by the acts of other partners. So this is all about the features of partnership. Now the merits, that is advantages, the plus points of partnership, that is ease of formation and closure. It can be easily formed and dissolved. It comes into existence through an agreement between the partners, and with that they can start a business. Next is balanced decision making. Because partners are collectively taking decisions, they are getting the benefit of each other's knowledge, skill and experiences. That's why they are taking decisions carefully. The partners can also see other different functions according to their expertise. That leads to more balanced decisions, we can say. Next is more funds or more capital. In this form of business organization, capital is contributed by a number of partners which are there to form business. So as a result, the business has got large resources as compared to sole proprietorship. So firm can undertake extra operations, additional activities whenever these are needed. And next benefit is risk sharing or sharing of risks. Business risk, that is losses, are shared by all the partners because they are having the principle of unlimited liability. Next is secrecy. A partnership firm can easily keep its secrets as it is not required to publish its accounts. क्योंकि इन्हें अपने accounts publish नहीं करने होते, इसलिए ये अपनी informations को अपने तक secrets की form में रख सकती हैं. The partners are not likely to leak out the secrets because their own future is also linked with the success of the firm. So this is about the merits of, that is advantages of partnership. Now as usual, some drawbacks are also related with it. Those are treated as demerits, limitations, disadvantages. So among these disadvantages, the major disadvantage is unlimited liability. The liability of the partners is limited, we had discussed. So partners are liable to pay off business debts from their personal properties. If the business assets are not enough to meet its debts, it is a drawback for those partners who have greater personal wealth. जिनकी ज़्यादा संपत्ति है, उन partners के लिए ये एक बहुत बड़ी कमी है, because they will have to repay the entire debt. उन्हें ही देना पड़ेगा सारा debt. In case of other partners are unable to do so. अगर दूसरे पार्टनर्स ऐसा नहीं कर पाते, तो जिस पार्टनर के पास ज़्यादा पर्सनल असेट्स होंगी, वो वही इन लाइबिलिटीज को पे करेगा अपनी पर्सनल प्रॉपर्टी में से. लिमिटेड रिसोर्सेस. पार्टनरशिप फर्म कांट रेज large financial resources so that large scale business can be operated. But its drawback is its legal ceiling on number of partners, because number of partners can't be exceeded with the limit prescribed under Indian Partnership Act 1932, due to the result of which partnership firms face problems in expansion and growth beyond a certain size. उसके बाद नहीं बढ़ा सकते. Next is possibility of conflicts. In a partnership firm, every partner enjoys the right to participate in the affairs of the firm. But in any difference in opinion of any issue, it may lead to disputes between the partner. There may be clashes between the partners, as decision of one partner is binding on the other. So with it, conflicts or clashes between the partners can take place. Lack of continuity. The life of partnership, we know very well, it is highly uncertain and unstable. It can come to an end by agreement. और 2 पर्सन के केस में अगर किसी की डेथ हो गई, एक की दिवालिया हो गया या वो इंसेन पागल हो गया, तो इन दैट सिचुएशन पार्टनरशिप हैज कम टू एंड. However, the remaining partners can enter into a fresh agreement and continue to run the business. And last is lack of public confidence. As the firm is not legally required to publish its accounts, public is not aware of its true financial status. Public is not very well aware of its profits or losses, its working conditions. As a result, the partnership firm enjoys less confidence of the public. Public is not having so much confidence in partnership. So this is about the detailed discussion of partnership, its features, its merits and its demerits. Now next is about types of partners. For discussing types of partners, I had made a table in which in first column I had taken the basis, and in another columns I had taken the different types of partners. And these different types of partners are: first is active partner, sleeping partner, secret partner, nominal partner, partner by estoppel, and partner by holding out. How can we know about all these partners? उसके लिए एक टेबल बनाई है जिसमें कुछ पॉइंट्स रखे हैं, कुछ बेसिस रखे हैं, जिसके बेसिस पर हम किसी पार्टनर को एक्टिव कह सकते हैं, किसी को स्लीपिंग या सीक्रेट कह सकते हैं. एंड इन दिस वे वी कैन easily distinguish between or among the meanings of different types of partners. So first is active partner. Active partner is that partner who contributes capital. जो कैपिटल लगाता है, टिक किया हुआ है, that is introduces capital. He contributes capital. Participates in management. Again, in this basis, tick mark is there. He shares in profits and losses. Tick mark is there. He is having unlimited liability like another partners. So on all these bases, we can say an active partner is that partner who contributes capital, participate in management and shares its profits and losses, and whose liability is also unlimited. So tick means he is introducing these, he is having these features in it. Sleeping partner is that partner who doesn't take part in day-to-day operations of the business. So वो क्या करता है? Of course, he contributes capital. Again, tick mark is there. Shares in profits and losses, and also liability, having liability unlimited. Secret partner is that whose association with the firm is unknown to the general public. लोगों को नहीं पता उसके बारे में. Except this feature, he is like the rest of the partners. सिर्फ ये फीचर कि लोगों को उसकी पार्टनरशिप के बारे में नहीं पता, बाकी सारी फीचर्स उसकी एक पार्टनर की तरह है. That is, he contributes capital, he takes care for all management operations, he gets shares in profits and losses, and his liability is also unlimited. Next is nominal partner. So nominal partner is that partner who allows the use of his name and goodwill, that is reputation, उसकी अपनी reputation, उसकी name fame को use करने के लिए allow करता है firm को for the benefit of the firm and can be represented as a partner. He doesn't invest capital, he doesn't take care of routine operations, does not share profits and losses, but whose liability is unlimited. जहाँ क्रॉस किया हुआ है, so he is not taking part in those activities. Next is partner by estoppel. So partner by estoppel is one who by his own words or conduct gives an impression to others that he is partner of the firm. Such partners are held liable for the debts of the firm. अगर फर्म ने किसी को डेट देना है तो वो उसके लिए लाइबल ठहराए जाएंगे, as they are considered partners in the eyes of the third party, क्योंकि थर्ड पार्टी के लिए वो एक पार्टनर की तरह ही हैं, even though they don't contribute capital or don't take part in the managerial functions of partnership. And last is partner by holding out. So partner by holding out is the partner who is represented as a partner and he doesn't deny such impression despite becoming aware of that fact. Such a person becomes liable for the debts like partner by estoppel. He is also liable to pay the debts of the firm like other partners. So this is all about types of partners. I hope that this table will make your learning effective. Next is types of partnership. Partnership can be divided on two bases, that is types of partnership, on the basis of duration and second is on the basis of liability. On the basis of duration, when it is divided, then two types of partnership is there, that is partnership at will and particular partnership. So partnership at will means where the life of partnership entirely depends upon the will of the partners की इच्छा पर निर्भर करती है. The partnership can be dissolved at the desire of any partner on giving a notice. This type of partnership is not for a fixed period. Next is particular partnership. Particular partnership or specific partnership is that partnership which is formed to complete a particular project or to carry out an activity for a specified period of time. And as the project or the period is expired, partnership comes to an end automatically. For example, partnership done for construction of a dam or a road or a building. Whenever the task of completion of dam or road is over, the partnership is also seen to be automatically over. The next classification is on the basis of liability. On this basis, again, we are having two types of partnership, that is general partnership and limited partnership. General partnership is that one in which liability of every partner is unlimited and every partner is entitled to take active part in management of the business. In limited partnership, it is that one partnership in which liability of at least one partner is unlimited, whereas rest of the partners may have limited liability. किसी एक पार्टनर की liability unlimited होनी चाहिए, बाकी सबकी limited हो सकती है. Such a partnership doesn't get terminated with the death. ऐसी पार्टनरशिप कभी भी खत्म नहीं मानी जाती, चाहे किसी पार्टनर की डेथ हो, इंसॉल्वेंसी या ल्यूनेंसी हो जाए. लेकिन किसकी? ड्यू टू ल्यूनेंसी और इंसॉल्वेंसी ऑफ पार्टनर्स विद लिमिटेड लायबिलिटी. किसी लिमिटेड लायबिलिटी वाले पार्टनर की डेथ होने पर, इंसॉल्वेंट होने पर ऐसी पार्टनरशिप डज नॉट गेट टर्मिनेटेड. ऑन द अदर हैंड, the limited partner don't enjoy the right of management, and registration of this type of partnership is compulsory. Registration इसका करवाना ज़रूरी होता है. So this is about the types of partnership. Next is partnership deed. Till now we are discussing about a word that is an agreement should be there among the partners, between the partners, to carry a lawful business according to the Partnership Act. So what is this agreement called? This agreement is called partnership deed. When partnership comes into existence through an agreement which is entered into the partners, this agreement is known as partnership deed. It may be verbal or in writing, even though it is not essential to have a written agreement, but it is always advisable to have a written agreement because it is considered as an evidence of the conditions on which different partners have agreed upon. So, partnership deed is the written agreement which specifies the terms and conditions of the partnership. It may include name of the firm, nature and location of business duration, investment which is made by the different partners, profit sharing ratio, their duties, their liabilities, their responsibilities, obligations of the partners, and partner salary, as well as terms of running the business. Now next is registration of a partnership firm. Registration of partnership firm is not compulsory. It is optional. It is at the option for a partnership firm to get registered. However, non-registration deprives the firm from so many benefits which a firm who has already registered or who is going to register can take on. Registration provides exclusive proof of the existence of partnership firm. So many benefits a firm can get when it is registered. It can file a suit against the firm or other partners. Okay? So this is all about partnership. Today in this lecture we had discussed about partnership, its meaning, features, merits, demerits, types of partners, types of partnership. Now at the end, questions for practice which you are supposed to write down and make necessary notes. First question is, what do you mean by partnership deed? Explain. Second is, distinguish between sole tradership and partnership. Next, how can the partnership firms be classified on the basis of liability and on the basis of duration? Question number 4. Briefly discuss the various types of partners. Next, distinguish between partnership and Hindu undivided family business on the basis of meaning, continuity and liability. Next question is, in which form of organization is a trade agreement made by one owner binding on others? Identify the form and give reasons in support of your answer. In last question, make a list of merits and demerits of partnership. I hope you have got through this lecture. It's fine. Okay. See you.